Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today's video, we are here for the finale of the Summer Hikaru Died Season 1. I have heard there's already been a Season 2 announced. However, as far as I've been told, the manga, it does not have enough content for a Season 2. So I would have to assume this is a kind of thing where they're announcing that they're going to do it, but they won't until the manga is finished or something to that degree. I'm not quite sure what, obviously, the production behind the scenes would look like, but really cool that we already got a Season 2 announced. Last episode, Hikaru started losing control big time because he's weakened himself. His instincts are becoming stronger as a form of self-preservation, and he almost consumed Yoshiki. Yoshiki made note of how they seemingly are mixing further. We learned truly what the Indo's sin is as well. There's so much going on here. Last episode was fucking awesome. Hikaru went to Rie and mentioned that he might just go back up to the mountains because it could, he believes it could fix everything. Rie almost took him out. Rie said in his condition, I can do it, but she ended up not committing to it. So there is so much going on right now. And yeah, also Asako seemingly saw what happened, and a lot of people, there was a lot of differing opinions, because I said Asako can't see that kind of thing. So I'm curious what Asako saw when she went up there. And there was a lot of differing opinions on what that could have been. So we'll see maybe in this episode if she confronts them or if that's going to be something carried into season 2. But yeah, a ton of good stuff going on right now, and I'm excited to see where this finale takes us. This show's been fucking awesome, especially in the second half. The first half was good, but it was very clearly establishing the relationship dynamic between Yoshiki and Hikaru, setting up the world and things like that. And then from episode 7 onwards, it has been so good every episode with the world building and all of the above. So I'm really excited to see where we're gonna go in this finale. But per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now let's throw this up straight into the Summer Hikaru Died, episode 12, or the finale of season 1. Rolling. He's trying to figure out how he's gonna bring it to Yoshiki that he's gonna leave. And he's imagining Yoshiki not wanting him to leave. Because he knows that's what Yoshiki would say. Something similar to that. It's not just a fantasy. At this point, Yoshiki would absolutely say that. Because Yoshiki wants to find a solution that is amicable for him, that doesn't just have him going back up to the mountain like it's nothing. Which has been built upon great character writing for the entire season. Flashback here. Oh no. He's talking to Yoshiki's sister here. Interesting that she's going to an event with students but won't go to school. That's very interesting. But I guess it's just some kids in her class. It's not like her class or a school event or something. Interesting. Yoshiki and his father talking out in the open now. He's fucking so tired. Never mind, he seems fine. I thought he was like sleepy. Summer break starts tomorrow. You got a big drawing of the teacher. So we're heading into this finale. We're going into this finale, going into summer break. God, that mark on his arm is so visible now. Holy shit. Wow, that's crazy. The progression of that mark is such a good indicator of the progression of Yoshiki's mixing. Look at how dark it is now. Now it has like lines over the top of it as well. We're lucky, you know, only people who can see shit like spiritual shit can see that. Which is also, like, I mean, that's the most blaring indicator that you were involved with the supernatural, to anybody like Tanaka, who figured that out immediately back in that episode. Oh, and also, I thought about it while I was watching some reactions to earlier episodes of The Summer Hikaru Died. I had a theory where, literally, when Tanaka sees Yoshiki and sees his arm, I think he says something along the lines of, like, reminds me of myself. Which, like, what else could that possibly mean, other than him implying, like, what Yoshiki is going through is similar to what he went through with his father when he was a kid. He hung out with this supernatural entity, his father, and all the above, and then he ended up getting hurt because of it. Like, what else could that possibly mean other than he's Rie's son? I really don't know. I think that only furthers my theory, possibly. Oh, Hikaru not going to class today. Where's he off to? He's doing a lot of self-reflection right now. He's here. He's just late because he was in there fantasizing about going back to the mountain and all the above. He's taking one. I already tell by that look he's taking one last look at everything, right? He's taking like one last look at his locker. He's gonna like take one last look around the school while everybody's in the auditorium before he goes back to the mountain. That has to be what this is, right? God, I'd hate standing for this entire thing. Give me a chair, man. I have to sing this whole ass thing and stand for this whole ass like event here, meeting, whatever you want to call it. Where is Asako off to? Seems like she probably said she needed to use the bathroom or something. God damn, what a gorgeous scene. Holy shit. Look at how pretty this scene is. Cygames, man. I'm on to Uma Musume Cinderella Grey now on the Patreon, and God, I mean, just like Cygames is so good at coloring scenes. They're just so good at it. Like coloring and like shadows, and they're incredible at it. Absolutely incredible. Is Asako about to come run into Hikaru here? Yeah, he's really taking one last gander around the school. That is for sure what's happening here. Seems like Asuko's looking for him. How would she know he's here, though? Because he wasn't here this morning, so how would she know? Yo, tell him I was pooping. Oh, shit. Oh, hello. He's back here at the Takeda household. He's a human. Or is he actually not going to tell him? Because, you know, Tanaka said he has some own grand goal of his own. So I'm very curious if he's even going to tell them. He is keeping... Well, Takeda's not going to believe that, right? No shot. And he knows that's bullshit. So Tanaka's going off for his own goal here, or whatever this company wants, because we saw a lady from... That's right, I forgot to mention that. We saw a lady from the company show up at Rie's door at the end of last episode. It's the lady we've only seen a couple times, but we saw her towards the beginning of the show, who was talking to Tanaka, who is seemingly a part of this company, showed up to Rie's doorstep. And now Tanaka mentioned some own separate goal he's got. He cut off Hikaru's head, but then let him live and just let them go about their business, which is not what he would have done if he was really trying to eradicate Nonuki and figure out this situation. He wouldn't have just let him live and let him go about his business if that was the case. So Tanaka's got his own goal going on here, and now he's telling Takeda that Nonuki doesn't even fucking exist. Yeah, we know that ain't the truth. The unknown cause behind all this. Well, now I don't know if he's telling the truth. Now it's just throwing me off. Okay, maybe he's not lying, but the research that Yoshiki and Hikaru have done over the past 2 episodes really paints a picture otherwise. Especially if the Indo's sin is true and it did happen, but maybe that has nothing to do with Nonuki and maybe there's something else causing it. I've been saying, I know like the whole thing they're trying to throw in our faces that Hikaru is Nonuki and we're trying to figure out like what exactly Nonuki is, the history of it and all the above. I've tossed out the theory several times. What if Hikaru's not even Nonuki or something like that? What if he's something else entirely? I don't know. We don't know. I don't want to just take that at face value, but now we have Tanaka saying, at first I was just very quick to dismiss him, but now I'm not entirely sure if what he's saying is just a flat out lie. He really said, Nonuki doesn't exist, but there's an underlying cause and I'm going to figure it out, or I'm going to do something about it. That sounds plausible. So I really don't know now. Ooh, that just threw a whole wrench in everything, possibly. Asuko gonna bring up what she saw? Okay, this fucking one strand of hair under here that is just like completely doing its own thing is bothering me. What the fuck? Whatever. Really? And that's not some. Is that something the old Hikaru would have said? Oh fuck. Now she's come to the conclusion that he really isn't Hikaru at all. Before, she in episode 6 came to the assumption that it was Hikaru who on the mountain got possessed by something. But now she's just saying, no, you're not Hikaru at all. I saw you the other day. What did she see? Even your voice, yeah. Jesus. But what did she see? I need to know what she saw. I know she said the voice was different, but she said that she's heard his voice underlying be different before, which is why she thought he was possessed in the first place. But what about seeing that scene? Because she can't see supernatural shit. Did she just see his head like separated from his body? Because if she saw that, I could assume, yeah, maybe you think he's not exactly the real Hikaru, if that can happen. Because she wouldn't be able to see like the goop and stuff like that or whatever, but she sees like the head. Or, you know, it's totally plausible that this Hikaru is not really a supernatural being in the way of like most spirits and like apparitions are, but he's something in between. I feel like they've even mentioned that before, that Nonoki is like not like your typical being. He's like not something living, not necessarily dead. He's like something else entirely. So maybe maybe any human can see that. I don't quite know. I really have no idea. We still don't exactly know how this operates. You did it again, Asaka. You really shouldn't say that stuff out. Oh, I love how Hikaru is acknowledging, like, if you say that shit, my natural instincts kick in. At least it seems like he's gonna be honest with her, because you saw whenever it flapped by, the eyes were red as hell, and you could see he's like, that was his natural instincts kicking in, screaming at him to do something about it. But then you can see as it transitions again, the red eyes are like toned down, and he's calmed down, and he's like, you really can't say that kind of thing to me because you don't know what's gonna happen. Last time she lost a bit of her hearing because of it. Like she said her right ear can't hear very well anymore. But then again, Hikaru probably was able to tone his instincts down from the fact that he plans on leaving today. I'm still under the assumption he fully plans on leaving today and going back to the mountain. It's just dumb. You're gonna tell. Damn, so he's fully just like admitting it here. He's not hiding it anymore. It's really car. It scares me. It's weird. Well, Yoshiki's been through the ringer, Asuko. If only you knew what Yoshiki has been through to treat this like it's normal in any feasible way, you would know it's not really necessarily. I mean, it is still weird, but it would make more sense. I can't do that. Now she's come to the conclusion that Hikaru is probably dead. The Hikaru she knew is probably dead. And then I wouldn't kill anybody. Nope. That is not your friend anymore. Nope. Jesus. She's now having the realization that Yoshiki had at the beginning of this series, which was January. My god. And then he hid it for 6 months. Aww. I mean, that's one of her best friends. Whoa. Interesting. Wow. I don't think there's a stronger testament to Hikaru's growing humanity. I don't think there's a stronger testament than this scene. Oh my god. He went up to her. He had a visceral reaction to seeing her cry. He, for the first time, perceived and was very interested in a human emotion like this. Before, like, it's been like, I don't understand life, I don't understand death, I don't understand humanity and being sad about death and things like that. And yet, Asuko's crying over the real Hikaru dying here, and his first action is to go wipe her tears, and he has this very shocked look on his face, like he can't even believe what he's feeling seeing this. Everyone should have mourned for Hikaru like this. Damn, such a good showcase of Hikaru, because Hikaru came to that thought on his own. Nobody told Hikaru to think that. Before, he's had to be told that killing is bad, like people dying is sad and all the above. He's had to been told that consistently by Yoshiki. This thought popped into his head entirely on its own, that everyone should have been able to cry and mourn for Hikaru like this. That thought was entirely his own. From here they ain't even said. Yeah, he asked for you to not leave Yoshiki alone. Jesus Christ, wow. My god, and it's so good because this line of thinking for Hikaru has been built up from the beginning of the show. His understanding and his growing humanity has only continued throughout the show, and this is a great showing of the culmination of that. Of him realizing what he has caused for these people, and even if he might not innately understand it yet, he understands what they should have been able to do if he was not there. How they should have been able to process their friend's death if he was not there. So good! Maybe they'd be better off. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna... this is only probably furthering his idea that he needs to leave. Wow, look at that. We've never seen an expression like that on this Hikaru. Oh my god. That was... I don't think you could have done a better scene showing the culmination of Hikaru's character growth throughout this season. I don't think you could have done a better scene. As Hikaru, and it's the thing, while Hikaru's humanity grows, Yoshiki continues to lose his humanity the more he's mixed and the more shit he's gone through. Wow, this is, oh my god, I really am nervous for where, like, this series is going to continue heading. I don't, it just feels like it's going to get worse for Yoshiki and better for Hikaru in that his understanding of humans is going to continue to grow, because obviously he's not going back up to the mountain. That's not going to happen. The series would be over if that probably happened. Or if he goes with the mountain, he's gonna go up and then come back quick. Oh. Yeah, isn't she like a middle schooler? The fuck you mean get married? She's like a middle schooler, dude. Yeah. You guys are so nosy. Jesus Christ. She is a girl. Oh boy, this village really does have some very traditional thoughts on life. Christ. Nope, I'm gay, bitch. It's so interesting because, like, oh, Hikaru didn't leave. That's interesting. I really thought he was taking a gander on the school to decide if he was gonna leave or not, or like take one last look before he left. I don't think adults realize how destructive that kind of talk is. You better cut those bangs or you're never gonna get a girl. She's a girl too. It's fine. You don't gotta let her go. She's a girl. It's like, adults say things like that where they feel like they're just like, you know, lightly poking fun at you or something like that. The bangs comment would honestly be one that is... The girl one is just objectively awful, but the bangs comment on the surface might not seem like it's that bad. It just seems like you're poking fun at somebody. But in reality, a comment like that to like an impressionable mind, growing up, like you, as an adult, you can poke fun at your friends like that, and nobody will take any issue with it because you're adults. You understand it's a joke, all of the above. But when you're doing that to a kid, like an impressionable kid, that's not good. That's really destructive for them and their growth. It makes them self-conscious, all of the above, because they're not a developed mind yet. Yeah, get me the hell out of here, please. Now we've hit the ED scene here. Good lord, that mark on his hand is rough. Well, actually, I don't know if this is exactly what they're wearing in the ED, but, you know. I think the ED scene was episode 7, if I'm not mistaken, actually. No, maybe not. No, let me take that back. There is an ED scene where they're sitting on a train like this, but the entirety of the ED is focused on the real Hikaru and Yoshiki, a trip they took before this Hikaru took over. But there is a scene in the beginning of the end of ED with them two like the ED with them two like this, where Hikaru has the mark on his neck, and then I think they're wearing these exact fits. I want to see if I get the ED this episode so I can show you what I'm talking about, and also so I can confirm from my own mind if what I'm seeing is correct. But I don't want to hover over and accidentally spoil something. We'll just go to a previous episode here. I think there was an ED in this episode, right? Pause! Oh my god, why won't it let me pause? I fucking hate Netflix sometimes. Stop, pause. God damn it, mute it. Oh, I think it's at the end of the ED, right? Yeah, because it's the real Hikaru here. And then the very end of the ED is the real one. Yeah, he's wearing that exact green shirt, and Yoshiki is wearing that exact hat with the mark on his arm. Yep, that is the exact scene we are in this episode. Okay, cool. Doesn't phase me anymore, huh? And also, yeah, I know the reason it doesn't phase you is because the mark on your arm has gotten so bad because you've gotten so mixed that it doesn't feel bad anymore when he does it. Yeah, he's really looking at that mark. He's acting tough, yes, very much. Whoa, this is just a real life shot here. This is literally just a real life shot of a train. Also a real life shot here. It's like obsessing over a place to belong. Because he's never felt like he's belonged around his family or this village or anything like that because of their traditional views. He's gay, and they would obviously never accept that, being the way they very clearly are and the way they talked about Hikaru, his younger sister there. Damn, so is that just the real life version of this train? I think this is actually a real life scene right here they've animated the characters into. And now that I look at that couch looks like a real life photo. Like, that is just a real life photo of a couch there and the sun running by. Yeah. And then this just looks like a real life shot of a train with the characters animated in it. The only other series that I've seen that's done this is Shoshimin. They did it for both EDs. The characters were in real life scenes the entire time. I want to live out of a home too. Somewhere that ain't here. Yeah, you could go to Tokyo and you'd find a good place there. Yep, that's the exact face he hits in the ending. Yeah. Finally got a laugh, huh? Oh, they're buying, yeah. I thought, is that a pool ring? It doesn't have a circle in the middle. There's not even a circle in the middle though. Or do you punch out the middle of it or something? Awkward to carry around. Yeah. Aww. That felt like a very genuine comment. And I talked about this extensively last episode about the reason that he probably doesn't remember being Nonuki or anything like that is because Nonuki doesn't think like a human does. It's alien. And so now that Hikaru is in a human mind and thinking from the human perspective, it's impossible to have memories about a being that feasibly cannot think like a human thinks. Hikaru has now input a human brain in the way that he thinks and operates through Hikaru's brain, so he thinks like a human does. He thinks in the bounds of what humans' brains can handle. So as Nonuki, he was a being that didn't operate like that, and so of course he's not going to be able to fathom what he did while he was Nonuki. He doesn't think like he did as Nonuki anymore. Even if when he came into Hikaru's brain, he didn't understand human emotions and things like that, he's still thinking through the brain of a human, which is different. Talked about that extensively last episode too. I think it's such a cool approach to why Hikaru can't understand his old thoughts or anything like that, or can't understand what he used to be, because he's literally thinking through a human brain, and what he used to be is completely alien to that. Coming back lately little by little. Try me. Whoa. Because it feels like it's in exchange for their souls. They're like, it feels like it would be, that's here a little bit of Hikaru's nature coming out here, and that's what we don't want. Making him grant wishes would bring out his nature as Nonuki-sama, which is what we don't want. Once again, I'm just saying Nonuki-sama. Put it in quotes every time I say it. His nature as Nonuki, which could end up, you know, I'm assuming in the same way that to grant Hikaru's wish to never leave Yoshiki alone, he had to take over Hikaru's body. it's probably something similar. You want a wish granted, I take your soul. In the same way that if you go all the way back to the original Indo's sin, he asked for his wife to be brought back to life, and he killed a third of the village, I think it said, or it was something like that. A huge chunk of the village was people were disappearing, losing their heads, dying in mysterious accidents, all of the above. It seems like this is an instance where if you want a wish, sacrifices are made. So, you don't want to take a wish. But then again, it's also like he accepted Hikaru's wish. You could maybe assume the sacrifice was Hikaru's life, because Hikaru was on his deathbed when he requested that wish to not leave Yoshiki alone, so he wasn't fully dead. Maybe the sacrifice that it accepted was him actually dying. I don't quite know. Wait, what do you say? Yeah, the impurities that are just running rampant in the village. It's getting used to it, it seems like it. Oh, Jesus. Ah! Yeah. But that's more than he ever used to let him touch let you touch him. I want to see it at least once, huh? You're taking a train to the ocean. Oh, hello, Tanaka. Yeah, they got the fucking floaty. You're gonna go out in all your clothes? Just having so much fun. Nope, he set it down. He doing a handstand or he just did a whole flip? I love the shot from the shoes here. We're just watching it. Oh. What the fuck? Damn it, Hikaru, I need you to not get distracted here. I need you to say what the fuck just happened. Why did he like connect with a snake there for a second? Is the day Yoshiki tried to kill Hikaru and found that it's not possible to kill him like that. It's in the fields. What a beautiful shot here. You're gonna sing! Oh, looks like we spent all afternoon at the beach. Probably can't see it through to the end. Yep, he's gonna go back up to the mountain. Fill up the empty parts of me so I crave souls. Yo, that visual's crazy. I've been like this the whole time. Jesus, the way the scene's done is so creepy. Oh my god. But it's I mean, it's probably true. I mean, it's just objectively probably true. He's probably killed scores of people. If the Indo sin is true, he has killed scores and scores and scores of people as they have sacrificed them over the generations. At least for the rest of your life. And he's also, you know, he's wanting to do it once so he can make peace and all the above and keep the stuff coming up to him in the mountain, but two, he doesn't want to mix Yoshiki any further. It's not that necessarily he'll kill Yoshiki by attacking him, which he might. It's more that after his conversation with Ri, he can't keep mixing Yoshiki anymore. Otherwise, Yoshiki cannot go back to a normal life. We don't exactly know what that means, but it's been made very clear. You accept Hikaru's death. He's already done that though, and that's why he's trying to keep you around now. He's already fully accepted Hikaru's death, and that's why he's so desperate to keep you around now, because he's treating you as a totally separate entity. He's become friends with you. Not the old Hikaru anymore, he's become friends with the new Hikaru. So it's infinitely more difficult now. Damn. Wow, that was, the pants are all wet. Sorry, not the thing I should be talking about in this scene, but it's what I see. But damn, that was some incredible voice acting there. What about that half you gave me? Yeah, talking about, he's basically thinking, well, if you go back up to the mountain, this half of you gave me, what happens with that? Or, you know, whatever it may be. You gave that to me specifically so you'd be weakened so you could stay. Like, that's what he's saying. You gave me this half of you so that you'd be weakened so that you could stick around. But as we've seen, that's kind of backfired in the way that his true nature seeps out more often now, because he's become weakened. Yep. Jesus Christ. You don't have to do what's right. I love it. God, we had a great showcase of Hikaru's growing humanity at the beginning of this episode, and now we have an even greater showcase of Yoshiki's losing of his humanity here at the end of the episode. So good. Beginning of the episode, we saw Hikaru, you know, like he's getting ready to leave and go back up to the mountain. So I was correct. He wanted to take a look around the school, and then he was going to go out one day for Yoshiki like this and tell him what his plan is. And then he had that whole reaction to Asako and everything, which was a thing we've never seen with Hikaru before. And now we have Yoshiki telling him, it doesn't matter what's right. It doesn't matter what's right to do. I want you to stay here. And we get this really, it was a very light tone earlier in the episode whenever Hikaru was going up to Asako and all the above and having all the thoughts about like how everybody should have the right to mourn Hikaru's death and mourn Hikaru's death and everything like that. And now you get to the scene of Yoshiki like yelling at him and everything, and it's very dark and intense and scary. This is all coming after you. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is, oh my, peak character writing here. Holy fuck, the way that the sides have flipped. Hikaru at the beginning did not understand humanity, did not understand death, did not understand things like that, and he still maybe doesn't innately understand them, but he's beginning to. And so we started here with Yoshiki not wanting Hikaru to kill anybody, and all the above, scared about what to do, scared of him and all the above, and we've just slowly done this until now we're at opposite ends. Hikaru wants to go back up to the mountain because he's craving souls and he doesn't want to hurt anybody anymore. He keeps attacking Yoshiki and he doesn't want to attack or kill other people, and he wants to allow them to mourn and all the above. And Yoshiki is now the one over here telling him, don't care about that. Who cares what's the right thing? Don't care about all of that. Oh my god. The mind's ice cream. But I love it because it's obviously a difference between an alien being that never experienced doing schoolwork and is like, oh, this is fun, and then Hikaru, a human, is like, I hate this shit, as most humans do. Seems like he's very determined to do this, but something's gonna happen to stop him. Oh, every scene. Oh my god. In a romantic or friendly kind of way, though. From any human emotion altogether, huh? I feel like it's interesting way to put it. But I feel like that might also just be because you don't understand human emotions innately. It really might be those human emotions, you just don't understand them, but it also could just be what he's saying here. That's how I truly how I feel. You don't gotta be normal. Ooh, who's the monster here, huh? It's me. That's why I want him to be saved. So good! And the way that Yoshiki's been forced to suppress himself all this time and who he truly is, who he truly loves, and things like that because of the village he's in. He resonates so deeply with Hikaru wanting a place to belong that he doesn't want him to disappear. And it resonates so deeply that he's willing to throw away all his morals he's had at the beginning of the series about not killing or all the above to keep him around to find a solution for a place for this Hikaru to belong. Oh my god, I can't even describe how good this character writing is. The development of these two throughout this season has been nothing short of phenomenal. And this finale here of the back and forth with Hikaru giving out his true feelings and then Yoshiki showing why he's so desperate at this point, to the point where he's going completely 180 from how he was at the beginning of this series because he resonates so deeply with this new Hikaru now. Now that he's separated Hikaru from the entity that he used to be, from the Hikaru, the old Hikaru, he's separated the two now. Now he sees the plight of this new Hikaru and wanting a place to belong and loving being with humanity and things like that. And because of his own experiences and the fact that he can't be himself and all the above, he wants to find a place for that to be a reality for this Hikaru so badly. And oh my, I could go on and on. This is so good. Holy fuck. And god, the music OST is incredible. Saves me just the same. Because he can be himself. At this point, he's thinking that maybe he's just keeping Hikaru around at this point because it allows him to fulfill for Hikaru what he was never to do for himself. Selfishly, he wants that fulfilled. Pass in the buck. Really? Saying I should move on. It's too late for that. That's very true. Hikaru, it's too late to just tell Yoshiki. You could maybe get everybody else to start mourning Hikaru's death and move on and things like that eventually. But Yoshiki's too involved in this. That's not how that works anymore. He's fully separated you as an entirely different being. He treats you like a new friend that he's made. Ain't nothing wrong with Hikaru's choice. God, the realistic mouth on Yoshiki is freaking me out. Damn! This scene is also so gorgeous. The monster will go away, will live happily ever after. This is Yoshiki's other side telling him what maybe the right decision is here. I don't want that. There you go. Ah, damn. Oh, fuck, that's Tanaka. Don't, they're gonna end the season. If they end the season on a cliffhanger, I'm going to smash my fucking PC. I'm not gonna do that, but. And he's just watching this unfold. What the fuck? He's just watching them argue and get their emotions out. You gotta get rid of me, get rid of this monster. I hate that Yoshiki thinks that about himself. I hate that. He's just been... I hate that he thinks that about himself. Oh, this is not a great... Oh my god, he finally said it. I don't care if you're a murderer. It's interesting how that hit, like, a Yoshiki down there started like transforming at the end. It's you and me. Wait. Was that Hikaru not in italics that time? No, it is. Okay. I'm a shitty, selfish asshole. Oh! took you long enough. No, this is, oh my god, this is so peak. Holy fuck. This scene, oh dude, that says the sun on the, god, this scene's gorgeous. Is he still? I don't need it. Oh, what? Oh my god, no way they end the season there. Okay, there is an end credits. I was about to say, that's crazy. So what does Tanaka do now? He still hasn't interrupted them or anything. Oh, you can't end the season there! You're kidding! These fucking dickheads. You've got to be shitting me. You have got to be shitting me. Holy shit, that was peak. Oh my god, what an incredible finale. Oh, that was so good. Wow, that was so good. Anyway, I got nothing else to say here, man. If I missed anything, because this was a very rich character-ridden episode, so it's very possible I glanced over some things, glossed over some things accidentally, things I missed. There's a lot of you out there who are very good at analyzing this kind of thing, so I'd love to hear your thoughts. But, God, what an incredible episode. Holy shit. It seems like Hikaru has put on hold his decision to go up to the mountain after hearing Yoshiki's pleas of desperation and letting out his true feelings about Hikaru for the first time in this entire show. Well, not necessarily in this entire show, but since they have become his true feelings, since he has separated the beings, he's never told Hikaru that, really. And so that is definitely going to make Hikaru's decision a lot more difficult. And god, Tanaka pulling up there. Oh my god, where is this gonna go? I'm so pumped. I know season 2 probably won't come around for a while since there's not enough manga content, but when it does, I will be sat and ready for it. But yeah. This reaction's nearly an hour long. That's crazy. Anyway, I think that is going to wrap it up my reaction to the Summer Hikaru Died, episode 12, or the finale of season 1. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.